1 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister says the textile sector is the backbone of the country's economy. The government will provide 100,000 laptops to the youth under the Prime Minister's youth program this year. The Minister for National Health Services says the government is pursuing a coordinated strategy for the elimination of polio virus from the country. The United Nations has honoured 8 Pakistani peacekeepers posthumously who lost their lives serving under the United Nations flag. And now the news in detail. The Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif says the textile sector is the backbone of the national economy and his government will extend full support to boost exports and the national economy. He was addressing the inaugural ceremony of the 4th International Textile and Leather Exhibition at the Expo Centre in Karachi today. The Prime Minister lauded the industrialists who, despite the challenges and difficulties in the way, have contributed immensely in promoting Pakistan's textiles and leather industry. Shahbaz Sharif said 60% of the total exports of the country comes from the textile sector and all-out support will be provided to boost the sector. The government will relaunch the laptop scheme for the youth this year under the umbrella of the Prime Minister's youth program. This was stated by the Special Assistant on Youth Affairs Shaza Fatma at a news conference in Islamabad today. She said under the scheme 100,000 laptops will be provided to the youth this year. Regretting that the previous government halted the scheme, she pointed out that laptops provided under the Prime Minister's youth program enabled the youth to continue their education and jobs during COVID-19. Shaza Fatma said the government has also initiated National Innovation Award to promote startup culture amongst the youths. The Special Assistant said the government is also giving special emphasis to the promotion of healthy activities amongst the youths. The President, Dr. Arif Alvi, has said the entire nation values the sacrifices of the martyrs and will always remember them. He made the remarks during a telephonic conversation with the heirs of the security personnel martyred in the recent acts of terrorism in the country. Commiserating with the bereaved families, the President paid glowing tributes to the martyrs. The Minister for National Health Services, Abdul Qadir Patel, has said the government is pursuing a coordinated strategy for the elimination of polio virus from the country. In a statement today, he stressed for collective efforts to rid the country of the virus. He said it is only vaccination that provides lifelong protection to children. The United Nations has honoured 8 Pakistani peacekeepers among 103 military, police and civilian personnel who lost their lives serving under the United Nations flag. A special ceremony marking the 75th anniversary of the United Nations peacekeeping was held in New York, at which peacekeepers were decorated posthumously. Pakistan is currently the 5th largest contributor to the United Nations peacekeeping, with nearly 4,200 military and police personnel serving in different countries. Presiding over the ceremony, the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres said the United Nations peacekeepers support security, stability and the rule of law in the host countries, and they are seen as a beacon of hope and protection. The Russian President Vladimir Putin has held a meeting with his Azerbaijani counterpart Ilham Aliyev and the Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan in the Kremlin. At the meeting, they discussed a number of issues, including transportation on the Lachin corridor connecting Armenia with Nagorno-Karabakh. Vladimir Putin also held separate talks with Aliyev and Pashinyan, discussing bilateral ties as well as issues regarding normalization between Azerbaijan and Armenia. Cricket. The sixth and the last unofficial one-day cricket international between Pakistan Shaheens and Zimbabwe Select will be played in Harare tomorrow. The match will start at 12:15 in the afternoon Pakistan Standard Time. Zimbabwe lead the series 3-2. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.